Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we have another battle box. This one got punched in a little bit here. Hopefully they're not missing anything. But if you can't tell, today's battle box is skinny. It's big and flat and wide and slim. So curious to see what's inside. So today's EDC knife is a Civivi Brazen. All right, cool knife. Go ahead and cut the tape. Going on the inside. All right. Oh boy. All right. So right off the bat, where do we even start? Well, let's read the mission brief. This is number 83. It says, "Happy New Year, BattleBox family." All right. It is time to kick off 2022 with mission 83 of BattleBox. We're looking forward to the new year with a lot of new sweet gear. So we're going to start off with this box filled with gear you can utilize every day in 2022. Oh, and get ready for a year of BattleBox like you've never seen before. I mean that. Strap in or find something to hold tight to because the BattleBox train is leaving the station and it's going to be an awesome ride. So let's flip the page and get the new year started with Mission 83, current 1776. All right, so let's leave that close by. We have it for reference. And where do we start? I'm going to start right here with this bag of coffee, which a lot of people are already pretty familiar with. Black Rifle Coffee Company. Awesome stuff. I have drank this myself plenty of times. I want to say I have had the JB blend. There's a bunch of different blends they have. Of course, nice American flag on the bottom. This is grounds. I've been using my espresso machine a lot. Actually, I have a video on it, but we're using that a lot lately, so I use whole beans, but I can still do grinds in it, or I'll just use this with little, I still have a Keurig, I don't have it out, but I can put the little grinds in the insert for that. But I'll give that a little sniff. Oh yeah, this smells good. Big coffee fan. Whoop, bumped the camera there. So yeah, JB Blend is a medium roast, veteran-owned company. Very cool. So if you love your coffee and you haven't checked out Black Rifle Company yet, definitely worth doing so. They have good stuff. All right, where do we go from here? Let's see what this is. Fire Escape from Outdoor Element. So, this looks like a fire-making carabiner. Looks pretty interesting here. Everspark fire wheel, throws sparks, makes fire. Replaceable utility blade for seatbelt, webbing, etc. Carbide pin window breaker. Oxygen bottle wrench. All right, 4 and 5 can be used as hang slots. Keys, gear, tinder, vial, get creative. Also 1/4 inch hex drive or bit driver. Vial opener, stainless steel. So let's go ahead and zoom in on this so you guys can kind of see what I'm looking at a little bit better here. So this ferro rod in here, pretty interesting. Set screw. All right, so let me go ahead and take this out. All right, so first of all, we see how these little zip ties here. A lot of times I'll take the cardboard off and then I'll go back and I will break those off with a pair of pliers. All right, I don't like cutting zip ties that much. When I have to, I will, and I'm not gonna throw this out because I do see 2 spare long flints in there. But I like taking, you know, needle nose pliers and twisting those off. They just work a lot better. Little plastic insert, take that off. So there's our carbide punch for breaking windows in an emergency. Looks like there's our wheel. That's pretty cool. All right. So this is a cover for our little gut hook, essentially, our strap cutter. That's pretty interesting. So that's rubber. All right, so obviously keeps you from accidentally snagging that. And here's our zip tie, which you don't have to cut because it's on the carabiner. So yeah, pretty interesting. 125-pound, not for climbing. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool. It's not something I thought I needed in my life, but it's definitely interesting. So this is something you probably clip onto a bag, maybe a backpack or something if you're doing some outdoor, you know, adventuring, I suppose. And in a pinch, of course, you can use a strap cutter. You know, if you want to try to get a fire started, that's cool. The carbide punch, I mean, obviously that's good for inside a car. I never found a purpose for a punch outside of a vehicle in an emergency. But maybe you guys have a good idea. I don't know when you'd have to break glass for fun. You know what I mean? But it's good to have. if this is something that you basically put your keys on or something, if you only have a couple keys and you just use this carabiner on your belt loop on your pants or something, it makes total sense, because if you get into a car accident, obviously it's there, you unclip it, and you can use the punch on the window. But outside of that, like I said, I don't know when that would be good. Maybe you're making a bow drill set or something, you can use that to dent the wood to start. I don't know, maybe that's a thing. But anyway, pretty interesting. I do like that they do have a strap cutter in there. I'm not sure if I like, I mean, there has to be a cover. I get that. I'm not sure if I like this hanging off there. I feel like that can get snagged and then just kind of, you know, pull it off. But I don't know. I'd have to use it to see if that was an issue or not. That's just something I'm seeing firsthand here. So yeah, pretty interesting start there. Put that off to the side. And I want to dig on the bottom here because I see this already. There's another panel here. All right. I'll talk about that in just a second. Let's see. Let's get paperwork on it. So I put that off to the side. And there's another one. This looks like for the headrest. All right, put that off to the side. So this is Gray Man Tactical. So there's a 12¼ inch by 21. All right. This is for their modular system. You've gotten these different panels before. I have used these in my vehicles and I've taken them out. It's not that I don't have a good reason to have them in there. It's just, it seems unnecessary for my situation. Like I had the headrest piece in there recently actually, and I had a bag attached to it, and then I took it off because I ended up using the fanny pack that had its own integrated system that goes onto a headrest. You know what I mean? So it's unnecessary to have the modular piece, then a bag attached when I had a bag that just attached by itself. You know what I mean? These are very cool. I think these are very advantageous for someone who has like a Jeep or something, or if you do off-roading in a truck, or if you just want to be extra tactical, no matter what you drive. Obviously it's cool, but you would mount those on the back of your seat, and then of course you can use all your different attachments and stuff. I'm assuming that these are straps for those as well. All right, that's what it looks like. So we have more straps so you can mount those. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. If you're one of those people that have a bunch of pouches and bags and holders for things, and you want to have all that accessible in the back of the seat of your car, yeah, it's awesome. But I happen to have so many different bags, and I just have a different setup, that's all. So I wanted to use them before. I've had them mounted. I started using them, and I just found that it's just not something I needed. It's pretty much that simple. So we have two more things in here, right? First, let's see, here's, for the company for that carabiner. Looks like they also make a colorful one as well. I don't know what this is. Handled pot gripper recyclable tool. Interesting. But anyway, 25% off if you use Battle25, no E, at checkout. That expires February 28th, 2022. So if you were interested in getting that directly, that'll save you some money, which is always good. So, what is this? Tech 2 gear? Tech 2 gear? All right, we'll save that. Let's see what this is. Mini Dehumidifier, Evidry. I've seen these before. I've never used one of these. I have seen them. I believe these have silica gel in them. And it's dehumidifier. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. In fact, this is going to get use because, let me save that. Christina, she has her little Honda Civic. And once in a blue moon, she gets a little bit of moisture that builds up under one side by the floor mat. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Maybe there's a small leak somewhere. It's not something that always happens, but this is something I will definitely use to, or she'll use herself, to make sure that it draws any of that moisture out. So there's a little symbol here, shows, you know, wet and dry. Interesting. It is sealed up. I'm not going to unseal it yet because that might give access to start pulling the humidity out of the air here. Let's go ahead and read this for a second. It said if it's important to keep it dry. These would be awesome for your gun safes. All right, obviously you want to keep moisture out of your gun safe. This is just like next level. If you have those little silica packs, those are cool. Those are always great to save. Like when you get new items, sometimes they'll come with them. I've always saved those. I've used those in different things just to make sure nothing gets humid and gets kind of mildewy or moldy. Let's see. View indicator window. If indicator beads are orange, the unit is ready to use. If indicator beads are green, the unit needs to be renewed. And then see step 5, which is to renew, simply fold down the hidden plug. So plug into an outlet in a room with good airflow for 12 to 18 hours approximately. Be sure to maintain a minimum 3 feet of open space around the unit, as the unit will release heat and moisture vapor while plugged in. This is really cool. So this is a reusable silica bead system, essentially. So you're going to use the silica beads to draw moisture out, and then you're actually going to plug this into the wall to create heat to dry out the silica beads, so you can reuse it over and over again. All right, I'm not sure how many uses you get out of something like this. Look at the back of the packaging here, if there's even information on that. I don't think there is. Just says renewable and removable. Closets, safes, drawers, under sinks, cars, RVs, pantries, collectible storage. It's very good for you guys who have all your knife collections and stuff. Keep it in a drawer somewhere. Who knows? Maybe you live by the coast or something. You get that saltwater air. Pretty nasty stuff. Boat compartments. That's a unique suggestion. All right, so wet, plug in and renew. Dry, place in an area to be dehumidified. So that's pretty cool. This will definitely see a lot of use. Like I said, besides her car, once you get that settled, I'll go ahead and dry this out while plugging it in, and I'll use this in my own little gun safe. So I like it a lot. Put that off to the side. And what is this? Flashlight? I don't know. This product contains sharp objects. Okay, so maybe this is a knife. Let's go ahead and see. I'm not familiar with the brand. If I've used it before, I forgot. All right, Tech 2. Oh yeah, this is a knife. So we got a sheath in here, some paperwork. All right, let's check this out. Assisted opening knives. I don't know if that's this one or if that's generic. Oh, it's just kind of generic. Folding knives. All right. We don't need that. We know how knives work. Cool little sheath for it. Wow. A good looking Damascus blade in there. We have a layered G10 handle. All right, the handle scales. You can see that. So lots of color. We got some like olive drab green in there, some tan, some black. Like these little cutouts show those layers as well. Pretty cool. Little flipper. All right, so let's see. Ah, smooth. Very smooth. Nice. Stainless liner. Liner lock. Yes, it is. I do like the blade shape quite a bit. It's very pokey. Beautiful Damascus. I'd say the pattern on that is really something. Love the blade shape. Like the handle overall, feels good. I feel the pocket clip a little bit. It's that long, skinny pocket clip. Kind of wish that was a little bit wider. I just feel the tip of it because it's narrow. I feel that in my palm ever so slightly. If I change my grip around, I don't feel it as bad. So overall, I do like the knife. I think it's pretty neat. Going to back up here, give you a wider shot of this. Pretty cool. Liner lock could use a little bit of a cutout or something, maybe. You know, it's totally functional. It's fast. It's smooth. All right, it doesn't want to close easily. You have to kind of push that close yourself. It's just without the cutout or any kind of jimping here. It's not that it's hard to use that liner lock at all, but it's not as comfortable as, you know, another knife would be. I can see this is a sandwich Damascus, so probably a VG10 core. If I had to guess, you see that dark line in the middle. That is a center piece, which obviously is showing on the side. So you have Damascus on one side, Damascus on the other side, and then a different steel, which is probably a harder steel for the core. You can see it on the spine of the blade as well. All right, that's sandwich Damascus. So let's go ahead and pan out here. And I'm sure the paperwork will say exactly what it is. I absolutely love that blade. That could be on a million knives. I'd still love it. Feel the pocket clip just a little bit. Wish that this liner lock was just a little easier to use. There's no blade plate all right, perfect lockup. But yeah, it's just not the most comfortable. It's very easy to flip out though. And because it's a simple, slim handle here, it's not like the most ergonomic thing in the world, but there's no problem with it. You know what I mean? Simple handles like this, I mean, anyone can grab and feel somewhat comfortably. But you know, hand size does matter. I was just talking about this with Christina the other day, how different knives feel. I just got a couple new Civivi knives, and I feel the pocket clip on one of them, and she's like, "Oh, how is it?" And I said, "Oh man, it's a great knife, but I feel that pocket clip." And she grabbed it, and she didn't feel it at all because she has a much smaller hand than I do. So it really does depend, where your hand falls in all the different parts of a knife. But super cool. I like it. Actually, I want to see how that sheath is. You do like the sheath style. All right, in case you want to carry it on your belt or something like that. Pretty interesting. All right, so you got a loop through there, and that is sewn. All right, so you got to fish your belt through the loop, and then you got a little tag here to grab to access it. So pretty cool. All right, so let me give you something to look at here while we grab our paperwork. Let's go back here. All right, and might as well look at this knife too when we got it out. All right, so let's go through, make sure we didn't lose anything out of our little dent in the top there. So first we have our Black Rifle Coffee Company. All right, just black, 12-ounce bag. We have the Outdoor Element Fire Escape Multi-Tool Carabiner. That's a mouthful. All right, the EvaDry E250 Mini Dehumidifier, which is super, super cool. They're showing full MSRP on this is 15 bucks. Totally worth it. Seriously, if you have you know, issues with moisture and stuff. In my particular house where I live, especially during the summer, I have closets that just, you know, get a lot of moisture, so I use those bags that hang. I forget what it is, but it's a bunch of crystals inside, so it draws the moisture and it turns it into water, and then of course once the beads are gone, they're just disposable and you buy new ones. We also have the Gray Man Tactical. This is the headrest piece as well as a body panel for the full seat, and of course the loops that correspond with those. And then we have the knife of the month, which is a Tech 2 Alara. All right, so I want to read this for you guys. You can read along if you want. Now the KOTM is just plain dead sexy. Compact and reliable, the Alara is a sleek and stylish folding knife, perfect for everyday carry. It features an advanced grip. I don't know what's advanced about it, but it's cool looking. And the extra long blade, so it's always at the ready no matter what job you need it to tackle. If you're carrying this blade, you're for sure going to be the, quote, pocket dump caller, because odds are the others around you will not be able to top this EDC blade. Well, it kind of just depends on who your friends are, I suppose. The blade features a 440C stainless, or excuse me, 440C steel. The 400 series steels have been popular for decades and are the most used steel in knives and cutlery. There's so many knives out there. Like, I don't know, it's a bold statement, but I have to say there are literally millions of knives with 440C that we don't even talk about anymore. But anyway, consider a good all-around steel featuring easy sharpening and a great stain resistance. All right, so let's say 440C, Rockwell to 60. Is that right? 440C Rockwell to 60? That's hard. So, I mean, it looks like a core Damascus. I don't know, is that an etch and not Damascus? I still assume that it is. It is Damascus on the tie. It's totally what it looks like. Maybe I'm fooled. Maybe they etched literally all around. I don't know. I guess it's always possible. If you guys happen to have more information about it, I'd love to hear it. I'm going to have to look it up. But yeah, I mean, they're saying 440C, solid 440C, but I would totally have thought that that was, if anything, a 440C core. But because it's black like that, I don't know. I don't know. Because you would assume maybe it was a carbon steel. I don't really know now. Now I'm confused. I don't know, but it looks great. I'm just not sure if that has a core in or not, or if it's literally just etched. But I've never seen a company etch a line in the back to make it look like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not 100% on that. I'll have to figure that out down the road. But that is the Alara. Interesting. Very interesting. So, handle material says G10 and steel, because obviously it does have stainless steel liners, as well as our liner lock stainless steel. Blade length 3.62 inches. Handle is 4.56 inches, and it weighs 83 grams or 0.18 pounds. So you guys can convert that to ounces, which is what we usually use. So MSRP is 99 bucks. So yeah, it's a very cool knife. I'm just a little bit confused now on the blade. They're just saying 440C, you know, but it's looking good. Like I said, if that's just an etch, I'm totally fooled. So that was BATTLBOX number 83. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.